Okay, guys, do keep a check on our live stream too from other devices. Okay, are we live? Yeah. Okay, so hello people. This is CUET Bhaiya and the Purview brings you on Mr. Ayush Goel. IAS Ayush Goel with us. He is IAS officer. He has just cleared in year 2022, UPSC CSE 2022 with all India rank 171. He had done his economic honors from BCom from Hansraj College, then pursued MBA from IIM K, and then after pursuing MBA, worked at a well-reputed firm that is JP Morgan Stanley, JP Morgan for 6 months, then went for UPSC CSE exam. So we have a great personality with us. I think we're going to learn a lot with him. And sir, welcome, sir.
Thank you so much, Utkarsh. Thank you so much. And hello, everyone, whoever has joined directly from this link as well as watching from the YouTube. A very warm welcome to all of you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. Yeah. So I think the first question would be very हम सबको पता है क्या क्वेश्चन होने वाला है फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन दैट इज इकोनॉमिक ऑनर्स देन एमबीए देन यूपीएससी like when I put this link in different groups and all, like our students who are in CUT भैया, they all ask कि भैया हम CUT कैसे निकाल रहे हैं, CUT का इशू आ रहा है, and they were like
hello,
सर ने
everyone,
तीनों एग्जाम
whoever
कैसे
has
निकाले,
joined
like
directly
एक
from
एग्जाम
this
हमसे
link
दिक्कत
as
हो
well
रही है
as
और
watching
फिर
from the
हंसराज क्लियर
YouTube.
करने के बाद
A
इको
very
उसके
warm
बाद ये
welcome
सब
to all
चीजें.
of you.
So we are very eager to know about your journey. How do you did that? I think the first question would be very हम सबको पता
So
क्या कुछ होने वाला
basically,
है.
my
First
journey
question,
started.
that is
I come from a
economic
government
honors,
school here in
then
Delhi.
MBA, then
In
UPSC.
class 11th and
Like
12th, I had
we like when I
interest in
put
economics
this
and
link
accountancy.
in different groups and
So I
all,
thought
like
either
our
I have to
students who are
choose
in
between
CUT भैया,
BCom and
they
economics
all ask कि
honors.
भैया हम
And we'll
CUT
come
कैसे
later to that
निकालते हैं,
question
CUT
whether
का इशू आ
BCom
रहा
is
है,
good
and they
or
were like कि सर ने
economics are
तीनों
good,
एग्जाम कैसे निकाले,
whichever or
like एक
equally
एग्जाम
good.
हमसे दिक्कत
So
हो रही है
I
और फिर
chose
हंसराज क्लियर
economics
करने के बाद
over
इको उसके
BCom,
बाद ये सब
and
चीजें.
because that
So
was,
we are
you
very
can say,
good
my
to
first
know
love.
about your
I
journey.
really like
So
economics.
I
I
think the
still
first
like
question would
economics.
be very
So my journey
सबको पता
started
क्या
in
कुछ होने
Hansraj
वाला है.
College. My journey started. I come from a government
Economic
school
honors,
here in
then
Delhi. Starting in
MBA,
Hansraj
then
College, I
UPSC.
had some sort of inferiority
Like when I
complex
put
because whenever you go into college, आपको बहुत लगता है कि everyone is like a superstar. हर कोई पढ़ रहा है, कोई डांसिंग में बहुत आगे है, कोई म्यूजिक में बहुत आगे है. You feel like you are lesser one. तो शुरू में ऐसा होता है, शुरू के 5-6 months मेरे को भी ऐसा था. Then I joined several societies such as Music Society as well as participated in many mocks of competitions. So I stick with mocks of competition. I'll talk about it later also. So my journey in Hansraj College was really good. I made a some very good friends which helped me during my CAT preparation. So in my second year I started my CAT preparation for my MBA because then I decided I want to move into corporate. I did not have any plan for UPSC back then. And I prepared for CAT exam just after my college. So basically my college used to end at 8 p.m. and I had the coaching of CAT also. So from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. I used to attend the coaching, and then with God's grace, I could clear my CAT also in the very first attempt, and I got admitted in IIM Code. In IIM Code, I got a decent placement of 28 lakh rupees as Utkarsh mentioned in JP Morgon Chase, JP Morgan Investment Banking. But something I felt was very missing because despite doing a corporate job, I think I can do more for the society. Because the background I come from, I directly relate with people who are from the underprivileged background, who do not get to study in the very good schools, or do not get to be admitted in the very good hospitals. So I thought, why not try my hands at UPSC? So again, with God's grace, I could clear this in the very first attempt, and this year I will be allotted IAS as my service. So that was briefly about my journey. My friends and my parents had a very good, it's a very important role in my journey because they are the ones who supported me throughout my journey. So yeah, that is a bit about me. And yes, over to you, Utkarsh.
In a very short time, you explained lot many things. I got different multiple questions regarding that from the particular journey also. I think my friend Laksh would take it ahead with a second question. Yeah, Laksh.
Hello, sir. I pursue economic honors from Hindu College, and the journey you just told it was just very aspiring. And I can relate to this fact. Like when we come to such a big college or such a esteemed colleges, it feels like we are missing out. We haven't done a lot of things that a lot of people are already doing or they are good at it. So how do you has helped you in changing your life structure? How it helped you to go into IIM, or like I feel there is a lot of culture of UPSC in DU also, but you didn't get affected into it. So if you can show some light on it. And also last bit of my question, he, how should we spend, like a lot of us, like I'm pursuing economic honors, but a lot of us will be joining their first years. So how they should spend their first years? Like some of my friends are started preparing for UPSC from their first year only. So like it's kind of interesting. People see they are doing, so we also should do. If you can make us about that.
Sure. So the first question is, how has DU changed my personality or developed my personality? I think DU ने तो entirely personality change किया, because when you directly come from school, आपका percentage बहुत अच्छा होता है. You have this one very good number. For example, 96% और CUT में 750 का score और 770 का score. So that is basically Ayush Goel, or that is probably Lakshya Agarwal or Utkarsh Kaushik.
Yes.
That is the only thing you have in your hand at that point. But DU आपको ना बहुत enhance करता है multiple areas में जाने के लिए. Now you can go into singing, you can go into debating, in quizzing, or in competitions. So DU में you get to speak a lot, you get to meet the people जिनसे आप कभी मिले भी नहीं हो स्कूल एरिया में. सो क्या होता है, जब आप स्कूल में होते हो तो आपके जैसे लोग आपको दिखते हैं, आपके जैसे सोशल स्ट्रेटा के लोग, इकोनॉमिकली बैकग्राउंड के लोग. बट व्हेन यू गो टू डीयू तो आपको गरीब से गरीब फैमिली का स्टूडेंट भी मिलेगा, एंड प्रोबेबली सम वेरी रिच पर्सन के बच्चे भी आपको मिलेंगे. तो आपको एक्सपोजर बहुत अच्छा मिलता है. देन यू गेट टू इंटरैक्ट विद द ऑपोजिट जेंडर ऑल्सो. तो आपको वो आपका पूरा मेंटल ओपननेस आपका इम्प्रूव होता है. थर्डली, कोई रिस्ट्रिक्शन नहीं होता डीयू में कि इतनी ही क्लास लेनी है या फिर इतना ही सब कुछ करना है. सो दैट इज अ डबल एज स्वॉर्ड. ऑब्वियसली आप उसका फायदा भी उठा सकते हैं, बट उसका नुकसान भी हो सकता है. तो दोनों चीजें हैं, बट अगर आप उसका फायदा उठाएंगे तो आपका पर्सनैलिटी बहुत डेवलप हो जाता है डीयू में. तो ओवरऑल आई वुड से कि डीयू में पढ़ाई तो करो ही करो, पढ़ाई को नेवर कॉम्प्रोमाइज, बट और भी सारी चीजें करने से पर्सनैलिटी बहुत डेवलप हुई, जो कि मेरे को IIM के इंटरव्यूज में बहुत हेल्प किया, और बहुत सारे लोगों को यूपीएससी इंटरव्यूज में भी वो वाली चीज बहुत हेल्प करी. एंड लाइफ इन जनरल बहुत हेल्प करती है अगले 40-50 सालों के लिए. And your second question was regarding the first year, what a person should do in the very first year. I think just explore it. So if I tell you my story, I think हंसराज में 20 से 25 सोसाइटी है, मैंने सब में अप्लाई कर दिया था. मैंने कहा देखी जाएगी किस में होता है किस में नहीं होता है. I gave the interview of every society, in actors, FIC, Illuminati, Marcus, every society. And you will be surprised, I failed in all of them except Illuminati. They are the ones who selected me. सब में मैं फेल हो गया, but I still went on giving the interviews. And there was this Guinness World Record also in 2016, which we made if you research on it. So that was also through an interview. I just went in the room. I say that I want to be part of it. I did not know कि है क्या ये, क्यों है. First year में ना just go and open yourself. किसी भी चीज से डरो मत. देखो मैथ्स क्या होगा, कोई आपको ना भगा देगा सामने से, बस इससे बुरा तो नहीं हो सकता ना. बट आप जाओ आगे, और आपको पता नहीं, देयर आर एंडलेस पॉसिबिलिटीज. क्या पता आपको कोई अपना करियर ग्रोथ का मिल जाए, क्या पता आपको लाइफ पार्टनर मिल जाए, क्या पता आपको कोई भी चीज आपको मिल सकती है. यू नेवर नो. तो एक्सप्लोर करो, और शर्म मत रखना किसी भी चीज का. जस्ट एक्सप्लोर इट. डांस नहीं आता तो ठीक है, जाएंगे, बुरा ही तो होगा ना, उससे बुरा कुछ नहीं होगा. तो दैट इज हाउ यू शुड स्पेंड योर फर्स्ट ईयर. Diversify yourself. That is the crux of it.
Such small fact, like you mentioned Illuminati, I just want to mention that like the mock series we launched this year, it was also named Illuminati only, Illuminati mock series. So it was great to know that. This is a small relating fact. And sorry, you mentioned regarding like how we can say, like people, you just mentioned ki classes are not very important. In my first year, what I have observed is I attend classes, I can say 60 to 70%, but a lot of people aren't coming to classes at all. They're taking tuitions. If you are familiar with, a lot of people are taking tuitions for economic honors and a lot of subjects. So is it fair to not to take classes? Like at least we should attend classes, right? That's a small question.
See, I never said that you should not attend classes. In fact, if I tell you, my attendance in the very first year was 92%. So I used to attend all the classes. First, देखो classes के बाद आपके पास बहुत टाइम है. If you see 1 या 2 बजे, स्पेशली बीकॉम और इकोनॉमिक्स ऑनर्स वालों के लिए, जो साइंस वाले होते हैं उनका लैब होता है, बट फॉर बीकॉम एंड इकोनॉमिक्स ऑनर्स स्टूडेंट मैक्सिमम 2 PM तक मोस्ट ऑफ द डेज में क्लासेस खत्म हो जाती हैं, बिकॉज देयर आर ओनली 4 to 5 सब्जेक्ट्स, राइट. So attend all the subjects. I would urge कि definitely 90% भी attendance रखो, because जिनको बाद में भी कुछ करना है ना, either you want to appear for UPSC or you want to appear for CAT, the marks will be counted in MBA if you know. So after CAT exam, your graduation percentage is also considered in MBA. In UPSC, it's not considered, but again in UPSC, when you choose your optional subject, then the knowledge of your graduation will come into the picture. So if you have very good base in your very first year, that would be the optimal case scenario. But not to say that you don't do other things. You should do other things, but after 2 p.m. Because see, you don't have to go to home after 2 p.m. Just so मैं अगर अपना स्टोरी बताऊं तो मैं 6-7 बजे से पहले घर कभी नहीं जाता था. 2 बजे से 6 बजे के बीच में you do anything, like दोस्तों के साथ hang out करो, and most of the societies have sessions after 2 p.m. right, and they should actually have the session after 2 p.m. because उसके बाद सबके पास टाइम होता है कुछ भी करने का. So always attend the classes. I would strongly urge class तो बिल्कुल भी मिस मत करो, because last में जाके ना जो ट्यूशन वाला बात है. So I never took any tuitions. I say when you are in a very good college like Hindu, Hansraj, SRCC, tuition का need should be very minimal because teachers are very top class. But the point is you have to attend the classes, right?
Yes.
Because there were students who scored 97% in class 12 at my time and failed in, if you know, there is a subject called MME, Mathematical Models for Economics, right? They failed in that subject, many of the students. Okay. Why? Because they did not attend classes. And then they had to take the tuition.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So I would say do not attend attend all the lectures. If you face any problem, there are tutorials also. Attend the tutorials of the professor. Then if you still face problem, then you can probably refer to tuition notes, etc. Otherwise, attend the classes. That would be my advice.
Got it, sir. Thanks a lot. Thank you.
Thank you, Lakshan.
Sister, you may continue now. Sister. Yeah. Harsh.
Yeah. Good evening, sir. Thank you for giving the opportunity to introduce. Myself, Harsh. I'm a part of finance team in the purview. My question is, sir, as we all know, that colleges add flavor in our life, particularly doing from a top North college and a pursuing economics honors course, and then cracking IIM. And so, what was your experience in IIM, and how was your life in JP Morgan? Because people have a dream to crack a job at a JP Morgan. So, could you please tell about that?
Sure. Thank you so much, Harsh. I think that is a very interesting question. So my life at IIM was, I would say in one word, that was mind-opening. Because as I mentioned, when you go from school to college, you get to experience people from different background. But your mind is very free at that point of time. Because you don't have any baggage of getting a job. You know, in your very first year, you don't see that I want to take that job. You just want to explore. But when you go into MBA, you have certain goals in your mind. But in MBA, again, you get exposure of lot of new things which you don't experience in Delhi University, such as new societies and clubs, more responsible roles, more sponsorship, bigger events, as well as the pressure of academics is also higher. And the competition again is more because in MBA, the batch size is 500 students. On the other hand, in Delhi University, your classroom is just 60 students, right? So the competition is even more. The placements season gives you more competition. So in MBA, you get a lot of stress, but stress in a positive sense, because when you are going to attend the life for the next 40 years, you will be facing a lot of stress, right? In your next phase of your life. So MBA prepares you for that. Second thing, MBA gives you that liberty that you can choose any career path. If you know Harsha Bhogle, I think most of you know about Harsha Bhogle. He was an IIM Ahmedabad graduate, right? They never teach you commentary in your MBA, right? But he still became a commentator. I became IAS, but they never ever taught me about public administration, right? But what they taught was problem solving skills, right? And everything, if you think clearly, everything is just problem solving. If I say you want to solve the poverty of India, that is again a problem. How you want to enhance the number of viewers of Purview, that is a problem solving. How do you market that? How do you operationalize that? That is being taught at MBA. So MBA was a very good skill learning experience for me. And post that, my job at JP Morgan, I think that gives you a very professional experience. That gives you improvement in soft skills. as well as I used to work for the New York team. So you have to talk to people from different geographies, right? One person is from the Hong Kong, other is from the USA, someone is from the Brazil. Then you have to understand their accent of language, their different culture. So that again is a mind-opening experience. You get to experience in a MNC. That is why people choose in their graduation companies like BCG, JP Morgan, McKinsey. Why do they choose? Because they get global experience at such a small age of 20, 21, 22. So that again experience taught me how to behave professionally, how to be a more eloquent person. So that was fundamentally my experience during MBA as well as JP Morgan.
Fantastic, sir. It was a lovely experience, sir, and I'm hoping that I could have the same. Getting to the next question. The next question I have, we know that an individual build characteristics according to the surrounding that we have. It could maybe be a friend, a family, or a foe. And what kind of a friends and family support you had during the preparation of a CAT or during the preparation of IAS, and how can a young ones like us can build such kind of a relationship and have a peer group?
Right. That is a very important question because I always say that friends and family are the pivot of your life. If you don't have them, you are just nothing, right? Your life should be your achievements into your friends, into your family, right? And you know the multiplicative rule: if either one of becomes zero, everything becomes zero, right? We all have faced the COVID time. I think you must be in class 10th, 11th, 12th during COVID times. And you know who were there during COVID time, right? Only friends and family were there. Everyone had 5,000 followers on Facebook or social media, but not a single one came when it came to rescue. And we have lost a lot of people during COVID. But it was friends and family who were always the support during my CAT preparation as well as my UPSC preparation and the life in general. So I always say that in MBA as well as your graduation, make at least 5 good friends. What I mean by 5 good friends, you always all know about professional CV, professional resume, where you write your achievements. I have done this, I have made this record. But everyone also must have a social CV. What is the meaning of social CV? How many friends do I have? Because at 3 a.m. in the night, suppose if I face a heart attack problem, who will come to rescue me? If my family is not surrounding me, there should be at least 5 to 10 people. And if you have a good friend, be a good friend to him also, him or her also. That is why I said only 5 friends, because you can't be a very good friend to 50 people, because you have to be ready for them at every point of time. So बहुत अच्छे दोस्त बनाइए, कम दोस्त बनाइए, but the quality should be really good, because ultimately they are going to help you in the future. If I tell you a small experience, when I was leaving my job, it was not an easy decision. 28 lakh rupees job, it's a very, very difficult decision. And the job market is uncertain. You all research about economies. The economies are going down. The global economies are going down. The markets do not have new jobs. So I was very anxious whether I would get next job or not. But my friend said that just leave the job, have confidence in yourself. Even if it does not work, we are there for you. We'll find you a job. We'll figure out something. So that is the kind of confidence. Whenever even your parents are not confident in you, your friends should be very confident in you. So they have I think, the most important role in your journey to become anything.
Got it, got it. So all of my friends who are seeing this stream, I would ask them to be helpful in the time when I'm in need, and the same goes for me. I will be also there at the time when you will be in need. So moving forward to the next question, I have as you mentioned earlier, when you move past your 12th and move into a college, especially like a top few college, you have an inferiority complex. So how do you manage that? How do you overcome that? Because when you're surrounded by the great talent, great people, you have always like मैंने क्या ही किया है, like अब मैं कैसे क्या करूँ, मैंने like हिंदी खोल लिया, हंसराज कर लिया, like how can I overcome those people who are better than me?
Right. Very important question again. How do you overcome the inferiority complex? So I think there are two methods to tackle the inferiority complex. First, identify your strength. बिकॉज हर किसी का ना एक स्ट्रेंथ तो जरूर होता है. माई स्ट्रेंथ वॉज एकेडमिक्स. आई न्यू दैट मैं एक चीज में फोड़ूंगा तो लोग अपने आप मेरे पास आ जाएंगे, आसपास आ जाएंगे. आसपास नहीं आएंगे तो एटलीस्ट दे विल रिस्पेक्ट मी फॉर माई स्ट्रेंथ, राइट. So I used to study a lot, and one day came that even my professor of MME, she came that there is a rating agency which is coming in our college, and we are appointing you from the entire economics department. And why did she appoint? Because I was regular in my classes. I was scoring 10 on 10 in the exam. And how could I score? Because I put extra effort, extra of my time in the academics. And it is not necessarily to be academics. It can be dancing. It can be anything else. Everyone has at least one strength. So identifying the strength is the most important part, and then working on it to enhance it. तो अगर आप ये करेंगे ना, तो आधा इंफीरियोरिटी कॉम्प्लेक्स तो आपको हट जाएगा, क्योंकि लोग अपने आप आपसे बात करने लग जाएंगे. Second thing is be optimistic. In my very first question, I mentioned that I gave at least 20 to 25 interviews of different societies, but I failed in at least 23 or 24 of them. But I still went on giving it. Why did I give? Because I thought कोई तो लेगा ना, ऐसा तो नहीं होगा कि कोई भी नहीं लेगा तुम्हें, और कोई भी नहीं लेगा तो at least I'll learn something. Because there is this quote that you never lose. You either win or you learn something, right? Even if you lose, you get to learn ki how what kind of question they ask, and what kind of answer I can give. And third important thing, have a feedback mechanism. And this is a very important thing कि जब भी आपको कोई फेलियर आए ना, तो आराम से एनालाइज करो. देखो आपके पास दो रास्ते हैं कोई भी जब फेलियर आता है. आइदर यू गेट वेरी सैड, आप उल्टे सीधी चीजों में लग जाते हो. मेनी पीपल गो इनटू बैड हैबिट्स की ड्रिंकिंग, स्मोकिंग. और द सेकंड ऑप्शन इज कि instead of doing these all things, you analyze yourself that why did I fail in the very first place. So अगर आप analyze करोगे and work upon it, then slowly and gradually you will realize कि आपका failure खत्म हो जाएगा and you will start achieving success.
Understood, sir. I would like Shreya to take over from here.
Yeah, Shrishta.
Hello, sir. My name is Shrestha, and I'm very excited to ask you my question because, like, it's a golden opportunity for all of us to interact with you. So, my first question to you, sir, is that as we all know, UPSC ka qualifying ratio is less than 1% in our country, and population is rising day by day. So, what made you stand out from your colleagues or the other aspirants that you cleared the interview as well as mains in your very first attempt? Because people try to give UPSC exams like for many years, but they don't clear it. So, what's your take on it?
Okay. ठीक है. So I think first attempt में पहली बात तो खुद को भी नहीं पता होता तुम क्लियर कर लोगे. If I say something that is the golden formula for clearing this in the first attempt, it's like Virat Kohli saying कि मैं इस मैच में सेंचुरी क्यों मारा. मतलब it's luck also as well as hard work, because you are all from very good college, तो आपके CUT में बहुत अच्छे मार्क्स आएंगे. If I ask you how do you score 750 or 760, you know it's not just hard work, it's luck also. So I would say luck had its role, but hard work also has its role again. It's like hard work multiply by luck. So both have to be more than zero, right? Then only you will have a higher value. So if I talk about hard work, what did I do that I could clear in the very first attempt? I used to study for 8 hours regularly. So I studied for 8 to 9 months, but that was very regular. I would say not even a single day or not even a single consecutive day. That अगर मैं आज नहीं पढ़ा तो ऐसा नहीं होगा कि मैं कल भी नहीं पढ़ा. लगातार आपको पढ़ना है. बाई चांस आपको किसी दिन चोट लग गया या फिर कभी आपका तबीयत खराब है तो यू प्रोबेबली कैन मिस वन डे, बट यू हैव टू फुलफिल द कोटा ऑफ दैट डे, the quota of 8 hours. Then you study for 10 hours for the next 7 days so that you can complete the quota that you did not fulfill. So first thing is stick to your schedule. Make a schedule and then stick to it. That is very important. Second thing, have optimism that I'll clear. As you said, the ratio is less than 1% in our country to clear. If I tell you ratio is 0.01%. Why is 0.01%? Because only 180 people clear out of 10 lakh people. Right? So 0.01% is every 1% from every 10,000 people. So ratio is very very less. And when the ratio is very very less, तो आपको दूसरों से अगर आगे निकलना है तो आपको दूसरों से ज्यादा efficiently पढ़ना पड़ेगा. Right? It's not only hard work, it's also smart work. It's a combination of both smart work as well as hard work. Because there is a quote by Abraham Lincoln that if someone gives me a saw to cut the tree, I'll use the and it gives me 3 hours. I'll use first 2.5 hours to improve the saw and 30 minutes to cut the tree. So you have to do the smart work also. आप ना गधा मजदूरी नहीं कर सकते कि आप लगे हुए हो बट आपका कुछ रिजल्ट नहीं आ रहा है. आपको प्रॉपर प्लानिंग करना है, कौन सा सब्जेक्ट पढ़ना है और हेल्प लेना है अपने सीनियर से. अगर आप ये दोनों तीनों चीजें विद ऑप्टिमिज्म लगातार कर सकते हैं 9 से 10 महीने, तो डेफिनेटली आपका रिजल्ट काफी पॉजिटिव सेंस में आ सकता है.
Okay, thank you, sir. That was like very great answer. Now, my second question to you is that as we all know that UPSC and civil servants is like related to red tapeism and all the politics. So, sir, like it is being said that during your preparation only you have to be very thick-skinned to deal with it in the future. Like if you clear the examination, then you have to deal with the leaders and politics in your daily life. So, is it true that we need to be like we have to change our mindset according to the life coming ahead? So that's what my question.
Okay. I think, as you rightly pointed out, administration as a job has a lot of pressures because there are multiple stakeholders, right? What is the meaning of a stakeholder? So, जब भी आप कोई काम करते हो, for example, the purview, the event of the purview, right? There are multiple stakeholders. There is this audience on the YouTube. There are people like you, me, the person who is speaking, the person who might be seeing the post on LinkedIn. There are multiple stakeholders. So your president, your vice president, other team member have to manage all the stakeholders. And no one should be sad about it. Everyone should be happy after the event. The person has to manage. Similarly, a job of an IAS officer is very same. For example, if someone wants to implement a policy, for example, the policy of reducing the poverty of India. So you have to see the people who are actually poor. You have to get the funds from multiple business houses. You have to deal with a politician. Then you have to deal with general public. So you have pressure from everywhere, and that is where you have to be thick-skinned, as you rightly mentioned, because you have to have the heart, you have to have the courage to take strong decisions. Unless you take the strong decisions, someone else will take it, and you might be left behind. So you have to take the strong decisions. You have to be thick-skinned, and this exam actually makes you thick-skinned because when you're preparing for the exam now, there will be a lot of family members and relatives who will say, "इसका तो नहीं होगा," या फिर ये तो टाइम बर्बाद कर रहा है. Then you have to be optimistic at that point of time. नहीं, जो सब लोग कह रहे हैं, they might be wrong. I'll prove them wrong one fine day, and you definitely would if you work properly. तो ये आपको एग्जाम ही आपको इस तरह से तैयार कर देता है कि in the actual IAS phase it will be really great. So that is ultimately you have to be thick-skinned in managing the stakeholders.
Okay, sir. Well, very rightly mentioned. Like we have to make our mindset really like tough that if we have to clear it, we are determined to clear it. Yeah, so I got it. So now my like last question to you is that we have already seen the power of AI in every other field in nowadays. So, sir, what's your opinion on AI in the terms of civil service and bureaucracy? Will it change the power of bureaucracy or will it change the system? Like nowadays, everything is going digital. So, what's your take on it?
Sure. I think artificial intelligence is going to fundamentally change all the sectors of the economy. That is why it is called the fourth industrial or the fifth industrial revolution, right? Because industrial revolution only comes when it changes the entire structure of the economy, culture, society. So bureaucracy is also part of this economy, culture, society. It is very much ingrained in everything. So how would it change? I think on the very fundamental level, it will make the bureaucracy more efficient. How will it make more efficient? I'll give you a small example. It will improve our data analyzing skills, right? You know, Aadhaar data. 140 crore people have Aadhaar at this point of time. Then we have to find such and such people who are such and such poor, who have such and such houses. AI will quickly do this thing because a human will take many days to do this. Even a computer will take many hours to do this, but AI can do it in seconds. So through these things, AI will improve the bureaucracy. It will streamline its effect. It will reduce red tapeism. It will reduce corruption. Why it will reduce corruption? Because human touch will be reduced, right? Because इफ यू सी, आप कभी भी किसी एसडीएम ऑफिस जाते हैं तो आपने देखा होगा किसी किसी जगह करप्शन होता है, बट जो भी चीज ऑनलाइन हो जाती है तो करप्शन सिग्निफिकेंटली रिड्यूस हो जाता है, इंस्टेंटली रिड्यूस हो जाता है. So that was due to digital revolution. Now due to AI revolution, the things will be even more streamlined. They will be even more digitized. But at the same time, एक नेगेटिव हो सकता है, नेगेटिव नहीं तो एक चैलेंज हो सकता है कि the bureaucrats themselves have to learn how to use artificial intelligence, right? For example, I am a person of commerce. I do not have any knowledge, particular knowledge about artificial intelligence. So I should be educated in artificial intelligence so that I can use it efficiently, as well as if someone is misusing it. Because you know, everything has a double-edged sword. Someone can misuse it also. You have seen many movies like Robot, where robots take the revolution forward, right? So I should also know how it should not be misused as well. So how do you manage these two things that will determine how AI will help bureaucracy in the future?
Thank you so much, sir, for your answer. And we all are really inspired to interact with you all. Now, I would like to hand over to Utkarsh Bhaiya.
Yeah. Hello, sir. I have a little doubt. Like while choosing between economic honors and BCom honors, you must have struggled it. Like I struggled a lot. I preferred more than BCom honors because I was thinking to pursue CA with it. Then someone advised me, my cousin advised me that you should opt for economic honors as it's a better course and classes are more interactive and you will enjoy pursuing that. So, is there any significant difference between economic honors and BCom honors, or like which course you would like to remove?
Okay. I think that is the most fundamental question in the mind of a 12th class commerce side student, right? Economics versus BCom. I don't think any course is good or bad. Both are equally good course. Both have almost equal cutoffs. At my time, it was 96.5% for both of them. In Hansraj, 97.25% for both of them in SRCC. I'm sure CUT may be almost same cutoff hota hoga dono courses ka. So we can't say this is good or this is bad. But we can definitely talk about the features these two courses offer and how do you choose. So for a student who wants to pursue CA, he or she should definitely go for BCom, because BCom के साथ आप CA कर लीजिए, आपका प्रोफाइल बहुत अच्छा हो जाएगा. For a person who wants to do MA or who wants to go into policy making, who wants to go into data analysis, he or she should choose economics honors. ठीक है, तो इस तरह से आप उनको डिसाइड कर सकते हैं कि आपको कौन सा लेना है. सेकेंडली, बीकॉम ऑनर्स इज द मोर जेनेरिक कोर्स. इफ यू नो थाली सिस्टम, बीकॉम ऑनर्स में आपको क्या थोड़ी दाल मखनी भी मिल जाएगी, थोड़ा शाही पनीर भी मिल जाएगा, रोटी भी मिल जाएगी, तो हर तरह की चीजें मिलेंगी आपको. एंड दैट इज वेरी गुड बिकॉज आपका ना उससे ऑप्शंस बहुत सारे खुल जाते हैं. उसके बाद आप अकाउंटेंसी भी सीख जाते हैं, बिजनेस स्टडीज सीख जाते हैं, इकोनॉमिक्स भी सीख जाते हैं. इकोनॉमिक्स ऑनर्स इज लाइक अ स्पेसिफिक थाली कि भाई इसके अंदर यही वाला सब्जी मिलेगा, एंड उस सब्जी का वैरायटी डिफरेंट डिफरेंट मिल जाएगा. इकोनॉमिक्स के अंदर मॉनेटरी इकोनॉमिक्स, इंटरनेशनल इकोनॉमिक्स, पब्लिक फाइनेंस. तो इकोनॉमिक्स ऑनर्स इज अ स्पेशलाइजेशन. I chose economics honors because I had interest in economics and I thought CA was not for me, because in CA I found it really difficult. In fact, I gave my CPT exam, I cleared it, but I did not pursue CA because I thought economics is a more application oriented course. Because if you see, economics has more application in our country, because if you go into any policy making circle, they need economics, right? They need economists. All of the policy making circle, people working in RBI, they ask for economists. And if you have interest in accountancy, business studies, then you should go for BCom. Ultimately, when you are doing MBA or UPSC, it does not matter which course you are doing, because you know the rank 2 Garima Lohia ma'am, she is from the BCom honors, Kirodimal College, right? And Ishita Rathi ma'am, rank 8, or in fact the rank 1 this year, Ishita Kishore ma'am, she was from the economics honors. So you see, both type of people are clearing the most difficult exam, and same goes with MBA also. So you can take any course, but just see which features are aligning with you.
So just a small personal question, like in some time I will be going to second year and there is a common thing like econometrics and subjects get tougher and tougher. So how would you like to advise me and some tips on that? And second question is, how did you weigh between masters in economics and MBA? Like a lot of people go for master in economics and it is more specific into economics. A lot of people prefer that. So
right.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. So for second year, the economics honors gets even more tougher. Why the microeconomics is tough? Because the problems comes, the numerical problems. Those are very difficult actually. Then econometrics come, then statistics come. These three are the most difficult subject, I would say. So also, when I was answering the last question, I can add it that economics honors, बीकॉम honors से slightly difficult होता है, बिकॉज बीकॉम वाले बच्चे सीए भी कर सकते हैं साथ में, इकोनॉमिक्स वाले खाली इकोनॉमिक्स भी नहीं संभाल पाते, ठीक है, बिकॉज इट इज डिफिकल्ट, दैट इज अ फैक्ट. बट डिफिकल्टी किसी भी चीज में होगी तो दैट विल आल्सो कम विद अ रिवॉर्ड, राइट, बिकॉज डिफिकल्टी इज ऑलवेज एंड ऑलवेज रिवॉर्डेड. So for preparing for econometrics, I never took any tuition, as I mentioned in the very first answer. You should attend only the classes, because I always believe the teachers in Hindu, Hansraj, SRCC, or other DU colleges as well, they are really good, they are well qualified. And if you don't understand any question in the class, you can just go to the staff room, ask the question from the teacher, as well as take notes from the toppers. Or if you are the topper, then share the notes with others also, because that is how you learn. We used to discuss the question after classes, that how can we solve this question, or how can we solve this. So I know it's difficult, but it will enhance your mind, especially econometrics, because then you will start thinking in terms of data, and you know the data is the new oil. Ultimately, data science and these kind of field are going to succeed in the future. So you should practice it after going to home, because that is the only way you are going to score very good marks. And your second question was MBA versus MBA economics. I think again both have different features. If you want to go into corporate specifically, then go for MBA, because MBA gives you better jobs. In fact, MA economics also gives you a job. These days, Delhi School of Economics have equally good placement. But still, if you have the mind to go into corporate, if that mind is clear, go for MBA without any doubt. Go for top 6 IIMs: IIM Ahmedabad, Bangalore, Calcutta, Lucknow, Kozhikode, Indore. I think you should aim for these top 6 IIMs. And if you want to do specialization in economics, if you go for PhD, if you want to become professor, then you should go for MA. Generally, people who have more interest in the subject, they go for MA, and people who have more interest in corporate, they go for MBA.
Yeah, sir, I got my answer. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Lakshan.
So I think it was a very nice session, and just two more questions, and we'll end the stream very quickly. So one important question: we know eco honors and BCom honors. We did like bifurcation in both of them. But what about, I have 4 more courses in my bucket, like I want to do. So the question arises: college versus course. Should I go for college? Should I go for course? I think it's a very good question to ask one. Yeah.
Right. That is a very good question. In fact, if I tell you my story, in my third cutoff, I got Hansraj, but that was BCom honors. Right. In my second cutoff, I had Keshav Mahavidyalaya economics honors. I thought I had got good course. In my third cutoff, I got Hansraj BCom honors. I did not get economics honors because economics honors में 1 मार्क ज़्यादा चाहिए था. But I thought college तो best मिल रहा है मेरे को. I should go for Hansraj. But after 2 days, I realized that what will a college do if I don't like the course, right? अगर कॉलेज ही अगर आपको कोर्स ही अच्छा नहीं है तो कॉलेज से क्या ही हो जाएगा. बिकॉज मैं ऐसा नहीं बोल रहा कॉलेज मैटर नहीं करता, बट अगर आपका कोर्स अच्छा है ना तो कॉलेज एक ही ऊपर नीचे होता है, राइट? फॉर एग्जाम्पल, इफ यू आर गेटिंग बीकॉम ऑनर्स इन हंसराज, एट बेस्ट यू विल गेट इकोनॉमिक्स ऑनर्स इन केएमसी, राइट? इतना ही डिफरेंस होगा. ऐसा नहीं होगा कि आपको बीकॉम हंसराज में मिल रहा है और आपको श्यामलाल में जाके इकोनॉमिक्स ऑनर्स मिलेगा. एक आध कॉलेज का ही ऊपर नीचे डिफरेंस होता है. एसआरसीसी वर्सेस हंसराज और हंसराज वर्सेस हिंदू, इतना ही डिफरेंस होता है. आई वुड से अगर थोड़ा सा डिफरेंस है ना कॉलेज में, गो फॉर द कोर्स, राइट? अगर थोड़ा सा डिफरेंस है, द डिफरेंस इज लाइक वेंकटेश्वर वर्सेस शहीद भगत सिंह कॉलेज, हंसराज वर्सेस हिंदू, एसआरसीसी वर्सेस स्टीफेंस. अगर देयर इज अ वेरी स्मॉल डिफरेंस, गो फॉर द कोर्स. कोर्स का मतलब कोर्स अपना कोर्स को प्रायोरिटी दो कॉलेज की जगह. बट अगर बहुत ज्यादा डिफरेंस आ रहा है ना कि आपके इकोनॉमिक्स ऑनर्स वाले सब्जेक्ट में इतने कम मार्क्स हैं कि आपको बीकॉम ही मिल पाएगा, बट आपका चॉइस इकोनॉमिक्स ऑनर्स है, then you can probably go for BCom honors, because college also matters. Because as I said कि personality development ना college पे dependent है, और जितना अच्छा college होता है generally personality development उतना अच्छा होता है. And especially जो north campus वाले बच्चे होते हैं उनका personality development ज़्यादा better होता है as compared to people who are off campus. North and south campus वालों का better होता है. So if you are getting a college in campus and you have to compromise on a course, for example BCom वाले को BCom honors वाले को BCom करना पड़ जाता है, economics honors वाले को BCom करना पड़ जाता है, then you can probably compromise on that. But your first priority should be always the course. if the difference between the college is lower. So that is my point.
I think I got it. The first metric should be course, then going for college if there's a great difference in it. I think so.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Adding to your point, Utkarsh, that should be top colleges. Otherwise, it would be college then course, right, sir?
Yes, exactly.
And
टॉप
sir,
कॉलेज
one
में
more
कोर्स देखिए
yes.
और उसके बाद अगर टॉप कॉलेज नहीं मिल रहा है किसी दूसरे कोर्स में, then if you are getting top college in some other course, then you should go for the college.
Sir, just a small bifurcation I want to know. A lot of our subscribers ask this question mostly like, is there some bifurcation between Hindu, Hansraj and SRCC? Like, are they parallel? There is little bit difference if you can discuss about it. Like, how should
Okay.
you prefer? Please, thank you.
I think SRCC is the best. If I rank all three of them, SRCC is the clear best. उसमें कोई वो ही नहीं है, क्या कहते हैं, कोई दो राय नहीं है. Then coming to Hindu or Hansraj now, they are equally good, I think, because in my batch there were at least 60 students in my section in Hansraj. At least 25 students who had the chance to go into Hindu, they choose to be in the Hansraj, right? And similar is the case with Hindu. There were at least in the batch of 60 students, at least 30 students who got the chance to go into Hansraj. They chose Hindu because both of them have equal cutoffs और एक आध मार्क का डिफरेंस होता है. जनरली पीपल क्या करते हैं, जिसका कट ऑफ एक मार्क ज्यादा होता है ना, उसको प्रेफर कर लेते हैं. बट दैट इज ऑलवेज नॉट ट्रू, राइट? कोई इंसान अगर सेब अगर 70 रुपए किलो बेच रहा है, दैट डज नॉट मीन जो 60 रुपए बेच रहा है उससे बेटर होगा वो. यू हैव टू फोकस ऑन द क्वालिटी ऑफ द सेब इंस्टेड ऑफ द प्राइस ऑफ द सेब. अल्टीमेटली इज द क्वालिटी दैट मैटर्स. एंड इफ आई टेल यू व्हाट शुड यू चूज, आई थिंक if you want to be more academic oriented, go for Hansraj. Hansraj is better teacher for economics honors is what I know. That can be some positive bias also, but Hansraj की probably मेरे को ऐसा लगता है कि better teacher है. But if you go for exposure ना, तो I think Hindu has better exposure because they have parliament वाला system काफी ज़्यादा. So parliament, politics, and many people from for UPSC also, most of them go for Hindu. So if you are moving toward public administration, politics, तो वो कॉलेज बेटर है. एंड इफ यू आर स्ट्रिक्टली फॉर एकेडमिक्स तो शायद हंसराज मार्जिनली बेटर है. बट अल्टीमेटली ना दोनों कॉलेज में ऑलमोस्ट इक्वल प्लेसमेंट्स होते हैं एंड ऑलमोस्ट इक्वली गुड स्टूडेंट्स आते हैं, ऑलमोस्ट इक्वली गुड फेस्ट होता है. इनफैक्ट हिंदू का फेस्ट बेटर होता है मैका, नो डाउट. सो बट इसका मतलब नहीं उसकी वजह से हिंदू ले लो, बिकॉज फेस्ट तो आप कभी भी जाके अटेंड कर लोगे, राइट? तो आपको दोनों कॉलेज equally good है मेरे ख्याल से. तो it's a very difficult choice. Whichever you get, I think you should take it. Both are very good college, but SRCC is the clear better choice. वो तो है ही, उसमें तो कोई question ही नहीं.
It's a last bifurcation. SRCC versus Stephens. Like some people say Stephens is a school, not a college, and that also please.
Right. If I had the chance, I had chosen Stephens. Why? Because Stephens का जो माहौल है ना, एंड स्टीफेंस का जो एल्यूमिनाई नेटवर्क है, आई थिंक इंडिया में किसी भी कॉलेज का नहीं है. कोई आईआईटी का भी नहीं, आईआईटी बॉम्बे का भी नहीं है, किसी का भी नहीं है. स्टीफेंस का जो एल्यूमिनाई नेटवर्क है, एज वेल एज वहाँ का जो एनवायरनमेंट है, किसी को पढ़ाई करनी है तो स्टीफेंस से बढ़िया कोई जगह नहीं है. बिकॉज इफ यू सी स्टीफेंस में एवरी स्टूडेंट इज स्टडिंग लाइक एनीथिंग. दे डायरेक्टली गो फॉर ऑक्सफोर्ड, देन हार्वर्ड, दीज काइंड ऑफ कॉलेजेस. If you see people from SRCC, Hindu, Hansraj, they try for IIM Ahmedabad, IIM Bangalore. People from Stephens, they directly think of in terms of only Harvard, Oxford, these kind of colleges. But at the same time, in SRCC, you get to be more professional, right? For the corporate company, SRCC is like the top jewel in their tele-university colleges. Because BCG, Bain, McKinsey, every big company comes into SRCC if they don't come in Stephens. Many of the companies are common in both the college, but there are companies who come into SRCC, but they don't come into Stephens. So if you are looking for professional wala thing na, then go for SRCC. कि बाद में MBA करना है, professional वाला चीज करना है, then go for SRCC. But if you want to study better, if you want to connect with alumni network, if you want to have that elite kind of thing, because Stephens में ना थोड़ा सा elitism है. If you want to have that elite kind of network, if you see people like Shashi Tharoor, Khushwant Singh, these are the people who have studied from the Stephens College and see the style of theirs. I'm not saying their style is good or bad. Some people like it, some people may not like it. But if you like that kind of style, that kind of lifestyle, you should definitely go for Stephens. If you are looking for professional kind of thing, then you should go for SRCC, I believe.
Okay, sir. Thank you. That answers my question. Thanks a lot, sir.
Okay, so I think it's a time to say goodbye to sir with just a small note of things. Like I can point out multiple points where we learned different new things. I'm sure that my viewership would rise after this stream. For sure, it would rise because they think Ayush would be regular on our stream. But no, guys, he's for now only. But I think there's a lot that I learned, like how should we start our first year, then how should we make friends, then how to get that moti chamdi to while we are working on something, like how to get the perspective to sit in the prestigious position. A lot more things that we learned today, and different small doubts like college versus course, econ versus econ, that small doubt that we have in our mind when we're like coming to college and all. I think a lot were cleared in this small team, in this small period of time. Thank you so much, sir, to being here. We are really, really happy. We can't form it in words to host you in here. Thank you so much, sir. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Utkarsh. I think you should all do. You all are very enthusiastic students. I was not that much enthusiastic at that in my first year also. So best of luck to all of you. I think you can do a lot of wonders for our country. We all are the youth of this country, and you should enjoy your life at Delhi University. At that same time, work hard, make friends, do parties, and again work hard. So that would be my final advice to all of you.
Yeah, thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. I think we'll work on those words. Yeah, guys. Yeah, I will do. And yeah, thank you so much, viewers. Now we are ending this stream. If you haven't checked out the Purview till now, check out our socials on Instagram, Telegram, and Twitter. We post content regarding to finance, consultancy, research, and lot more. So do check them out. I am sure you'll learn